Christy Velasky. This is Ojai Valley News In Depth. Joining me today is Roger Ford, the Executive Director and Co-Founder of Healing in America right here in Ojai. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us, what is Healing in America in the Ojai Holistic Healing Center?
Okay, Healing in America is a non-profit organisation, and part of our mission is really trying to bridge the gap between conventional medicine and complementary medicine. So we do training of people that are interested in healing and developing their healing gift, and we run workshops all over the United States, teaching people how to do that and introducing it into hospitals so that it becomes a much more integrated approach to healthcare.
Now, what types of treatments are you offering?
Well, at the Ojai Holistic Centre, we're offering a whole range of treatments, ranging from acupuncture to hypnotherapy, NLP, obviously energy healing, massage, yoga, and a number of different workshops. People come in and do talks and workshops. So we're trying to create in Ojai a centre where all these different modalities can be obtained in one focal place, rather than being dispersed all over.
And you talk a lot on your website about complementary healing modalities and things kind of benefiting each other. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we know that there is a mind-body-spirit connection, and conventional medicine doesn't necessarily have all of the answers. And in England, we call it complementary. I know over in the States it's often referred to as alternative, but it's really to support the medical profession and to help people become balanced and to self-heal, because I truly believe that all healing is really self-healing, and we need to take responsibility for our own health. But our bodies get out of balance, and therefore maybe having acupuncture or healing will rebalance our bodies, and our own bodies then can heal themselves.
So who can benefit from this? It seems like maybe a wide variety of folks.
Yeah, a lot of people come, obviously when they have any pains or serious illnesses. A lot of people come with cancer. But also, I think it's changing people's understanding that we need to keep ourselves well. So it becomes a preventative type of approach to healthcare rather than wait until we become ill and then tackle the problem.
So it could be somebody that maybe has a physical illness, a physical injury, or more of a mental kind of a
we get a lot of people with mental problems, migraines, headaches, and that sort of thing, ranging from, as I say, from the very sort of minor things to life-threatening. A lot of people come with really serious illnesses.
And so if someone walks in your front door and says, I've got problems A, B, and C, talk us through what kind of treatment processes that person could experience.
Often people come and they already know what they want. So if they want acupuncture, then obviously we refer them to the acupuncturist. If they don't know, then we just talk to them generally and find out what's going on with them, what they feel drawn to, because most people have a sort of sense that I need to look at this in an energetic way, or I maybe need massage, or maybe I need a different sort of treatment. So we just give them the options, let them know what we do, and they usually choose which one they want.
And talk about self-healing. That's something you see on your website quite a bit.
Right. Well, as I say, a lot of people seem to feel that we can abuse our bodies. We eat the wrong things, we're in stressful situations, and therefore we burn ourselves out and we become ill. Whereas if we take a more holistic approach, then we actually look at what it is that we need to do to keep ourselves well. So in England, for instance, there are a lot of healing centres where you can just walk in during your lunch hour, receive energy healing, just pay a donation, a few pounds, and go back to work, and you're balanced, and you're much more focused, and so you keep yourself well, and that's what we're trying to encourage people to do in Ojai.
Now, what are you actually doing when you're talking about, receiving that healing treatment? You see some pictures of people actually touching people, healers touching people.
Yeah.
So what is that about?
Well, we become ill because our bodies are out of balance, and so what a healer does is to learn how to channel energy through the healer into the person that they're working with, the patient, to rebalance that person's energy system. And then the body heals. Our bodies are designed to heal themselves. If you cut your finger, you don't really need to know what to do to stop it. The body makes the blood a little bit thicker, it sends white blood cells, and the bleeding stops. So the body has that intelligence. So what we do is to rebalance a person's body to enhance their own healing ability.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that we've discussed is blocked energy.
Right.
So discuss that process, and how does one unblock energy?
By coming to a healer. Our energy gets blocked by a number of things, and often these days a lot of people come in with stress, and it just sort of stops that flow of energy. A lot of people hold on to emotional stuff, so we have all these different emotional states that we're going through, and we don't release them, we hold on to it. Particularly English people, we like to hold on to our stuff. And part of the process is to teach people how to release those feelings, release those emotions, and then the natural flow of energy, the chi, the prana, whatever we want to call it, flows into our body and keeps us healthy, keeps us well.
And so, of course, that must beg the question, are there any philosophical and medical origins behind these ideas that you've come up with?
Well, it's not new. I mean, if you look at things like acupuncture has been around for 4,000 years, and modern medicine's been around a couple of hundred years. So we're really sort of going, I think, full circle. More and more people are now becoming more open to complementary therapies and working in sort of harmony with conventional medicine. Mm-hmm. If you have things like appendicitis, you need surgery. But then when you've had surgery, or even before your surgery, a lot of the complementary medicines can actually help you, prepare you for the surgery so that you're much more relaxed, and help you heal much faster once you've had the surgery.
Mm-hmm. And what about your background? What kind of a background do you have to bring to the Healing America Center?
Well, I started actually doing healing in 1978, so I've been working as a healer for a long time. And in England, it really is much more integrated into the health model. So we used to work with a lot of doctors, we used to go into hospitals on wards. So it's a little bit of a shock when we arrived here 8 years ago and found that America, for once, is way behind. Usually America's at the leading edge, as you know. So we're trying to bring this and what's happening in Europe into the medical model here. Mm-hmm. So we're working in some of the hospitals. We do work with the oncology departments and just bring this openness and this awareness to people.
And what would you say to people who might be critical of the work that you're doing?
Well, it's just a view, and I never tried to convince anybody. I mean, either you're sort of open to this or you're not. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people, particularly nowadays, I think, are concerned about the high cost of healthcare, and they're concerned about continually taking medicine, and therefore these other alternative options are available to try and see. And people do get better from them. You know, it's not just a fad. It's not a new age fad that's been around for a long, long time, thousands of years.
And I'm sure you have quite a few success stories.
A lot of success stories, yeah. A lot of people. I tend to work a lot with people with serious illnesses, and things change. And it isn't me that's doing it. It isn't the healer that's doing it. The healer is simply a channel for that energy to flow through them, and then, as I say, the body's own healing power sort of kicks in, and they get better. Not always, but a lot of the time they get better.
Sure.
And people get better on different levels, so it's not just physical, but often it's an emotional level or a spiritual level or a mental level. Mm-hmm.
And not only do you have treatments for individuals, but you also do workshops as well for healers that are looking to do some new work.
Yeah, a lot of people, in fact, I think everybody has a gift of healing. I think we can all learn how to be healers if we want to. And so what our workshops do are to train people. We have a 2-year training program, which is very structured, very comprehensive, and they've been going in England since the early 1950s. So we brought them basically over here. We've tweaked them a little bit to make them Americanized, and they're going very well. You know, people fly in from all over the States, and then they go back and they start to do healing with their friends usually first, and then taking the work into hospitals wherever they are.
Great. Anything coming up for you folks?
My wife has a workshop on the 25th of this month, which is June, which is really she's called it Breaking Through the Fear Barrier, because there's a lot of fear going around at the moment about finances and so on. So this is a powerful workshop to help people overcome these sort of fears. Turning worry into wisdom, I think she calls it. And then the healing workshops we have throughout the year.
Great. And for more information, people can give you a call or visit the website?
They can give us a call on 805-640-0211, or the website is healinginamerica.com.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Misty.
Of course. I'm Misty Velasky. This is Roger Ford. This has been Ojai Valley News In Depth.